Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you guys about what it is that I did in my own life where I finally flipped the switch and I took control and got healthier, lost weight, made some positive changes so that I could really take control and take back my life. And I want to share that with you so that you guys can do the same thing for yourselves. For those of you who don't know me, I will introduce myself. My name is Shannon, and I am a mom. First and foremost, always a mom first. And I am also a fitness trainer, I am a life coach, and I am an entrepreneur, which is really just a fancy way of saying that I work for myself, and I do that here at home. But entrepreneur I am nonetheless. We should always celebrate who we are, never downplay it, right? I am here today to talk to those of you who just feel like you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, right? And maybe you've been at this place, maybe this is the first time you're at this point in your life, or maybe you are here for what feels like the millionth time. But it feels like there's just something stuck, maybe something that feels like it's holding you in this place, and you want to get out of this. You know you need to, but you just can't seem to like make that jump from where you are and who you are right now to being the person that you want to be. This video is for all of you who are in that place, because I have been there before many times, and I have this powerful thing that happened to me that I'd like to share with you that I think can help get you unstuck from that place in your life. I want to start by talking to you guys about the point that I was at right before I made this flip of the switch. Doesn't matter how we got to the point, it's just that I was at this point where I was 15 pounds overweight, was constantly tired, just always feeling like at any point I could take a nap, and my brain was always foggy. I just didn't feel like I had anything in my brain, and we call that mom brain, and that's not mom brain, that's something else. My body ached from head to toe constantly, and I was still dealing at that point, which I'm 4 years postpartum, but I'm still dealing with pregnancy and postpartum issues 4 years later. Emotionally, I was just really not doing great. It always felt like I was fighting off this big dark cloud of depression that threatened to come over me at any moment. I didn't quite realize that I was there until I went out for a walk with my husband, and it was a beautiful day, and we were having what I think was probably our 500th, maybe according to him it would be the 5 millionth discussion about my health, my weight, my body, my life, my issues. And he asked me a question, and this question changed my life, and I'm really hoping that it will do the same for you. He said, if you change nothing about what you're doing right now in your life, where will you be in 5 years? I'm going to say that again because it's a really important question. If you change nothing about what you're doing for yourself and to yourself in your life now, where will you be in 5 years? And I thought about that question very deeply, and it really didn't take me very long, because I basically took everything I was dealing with and made it 5 years worse. I changed nothing in my mind. I wasn't exercising, I wasn't eating right, and I have a history in my family of diabetes, and I lost my father a few years ago to an illness, and I just realized, and it hit me like a ton of bricks, that if I changed nothing, I would die and I would leave my son, which is, there's no other thought on this planet that terrifies me more than leaving my son without his mother and leaving my husband without his partner. And it's still a very hard thing to think about, and it scared the crap out of me. And I knew the truth of it in the moment that I thought it. I knew, I was like, if I don't change anything, I will die. I just will. So I'm in that moment, I was so terrified, I made a switch. And the next day, I changed everything about my life And that was another starting point in my life. I didn't realize it, but within that moment, I found my true why. Everyone always says, find your why, find your why. It's kind of like this catchphrase now. But to really find your why, you have got to do some digging. So what will happen if you get to a point in the future where it's too late to fix it? What will happen if you get to a point where there is no turning back? It's time to find your why, find your leverage on yourself, and understand that these are very real things that can happen and do happen to people every day, to moms and dads every day. I know that this can feel really harsh and it can feel really heavy, but crossing the bridge from where you are to where you want to be, it takes this kind of digging. It takes this kind of soul searching and self-reflection. In our human condition, we will do so much more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. And if you've never heard that before, really take the time to think about what that means. You will do so much more to avoid what you think is painful than you will to get something that makes you happy. Look, I know a lot of us are afraid to start and fail at this. I mean, we have all probably failed at things so many times that you just don't want another failure under your belt. But here's the thing that I want you to tell yourself and really understand is there is no going wrong when you're taking a positive step. And you could try for 2 weeks to improve and to change in a positive way and then kind of fall off the third week, and that's not a failure and that's not wrong. You know, any amount of movement in the right direction is good. That's just how it is. And if you fail, you fail a little. I fail all the time. I am not perfect. I have started and stopped so many programs so many times over the years. I have cheated on my diet, you know, I have fallen off the wagon, whatever you want to call it. I've done it. We all do it. It's called life. It's just life. I never stop moving in the right direction now. I keep myself going in that direction. And that's all we can ask of ourselves. That's it. I promise you, you are not any worse off for making some positive changes in your life. Not at all. Now it is your turn to find your why. So I want to leave you with that question. I want you to just close your eyes for a minute and take to heart the question of, if I change nothing about my life and what I'm doing right now, where will I be in 5 years? And a really great way to go and consider the answers to that is take a little walk. Take 5 minutes to yourself, pull yourself out of your environment, especially if you've got kids that are distracting you or people that need you or it's noisy or whatever, and try to be moving when you consider the answers to these questions. There's so many more reasons that I can give you in other videos as to why it's important to move when you're thinking about these kinds of big things in life. So when you come through it, and when you have your answer, and when you have your oh my God, flipped switch moment. And take your time to get there. For some of you, it's going to take 5 minutes, and for some of you, it may take longer. But if you really want to get there, you'll get there. And then come back, because we are going to take the next step together. We're going to figure out who are you now and who do you want to be. And we're going to design that person, because that's within your control. I don't know if you have lived a life where you feel like who you are is not within your control, but it is. And if you're taking the reins of your life now and deciding, I am not going to continue down this path that I'm on now, then you also are taking the reins on, I'm going to say and dictate who it is that I am now and 5 years from now. And we're gonna do that together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification button, all of that fun stuff. I'm going to be posting a lot more of these videos and also workout videos that are going to complement all of this, because we need to take action to make these changes. I am so honored that you listened to me today, and I can't wait to see you and hear from you all. Bye-bye.